Good morning, 8th standard. Today we are going to see something new, that is paratype. So far what we have seen is introducing a person, okay, that is either his character, physical character, or how he is intelligent or smart, whatever it is. Now, in today's topic, we are going to see dekhive ottru pami. Okay, there is a big portion, but I have written small portion here. Why? Because my handwriting may not be understood by you, so I have just written a small portion to explain you. Based on this, in the screening method, I will show you the full passage. You can take notes. So just listen now, and then after the screening method gets over, you can write. Okay. So we start. Okay. So normally, when someone ask you a question, explain me about your family. The first thing what you will do, first point, you will say how many people are there in your family, right? How many family members are there? Okay. Secondly, what you will say? Are you living together or are you living alone? You will say that, and you will start explaining them one by one, right? So that is what we are going to do here. First, normally we will explain their name. In case if we want, we can explain their age as well. Name, age, profession, and how they look, tall, short, or whatever it is. This is what you will do for each and every person one by one. So first example for your grandpa, then your grandma, then your dad, and then your mom, and then your siblings. So this is how you will explain, right? So that you will see in French. As we see, I'll explain two people here. Other people's I will explain you in the screening method because the board is very short and you cannot take notes from here. So in case if I show you in the screening method, you can write this. That is the motto. Okay. So shall we start? Okay. I'll read it once. Okay. J'ai une grande famille. J'ai une grande famille. Il y a 6 membres dans ma famille. Il y a 6 membres. 6 means what? 6 members in my family. Mon grand-père s'appelle Kavi. Grandfather's name is Kavi. Il est l'homme d'affaires. So you might have read professions, right? Il est l'homme d'affaires means what? He is a businessman. Il est grand et intelligent. Grand, what do you mean by grand? Tall or fat? Okay? In English it is different and in French it is different. Il est grand et intelligent. So grand refers to the physical character and intelligent refers to the capacity of that particular individual. Okay? Now grandfather, he has stopped explaining grandfather. Now he is going to the second person. Ma grand-mère s'appelle Merlin. Ma grand-mère s'appelle Merlin. Elle est française. Elle est française. Elle est femme au foyer. Elle est blonde. So, here, second person is ma grand-mère s'appelle Merlin. Elle est française. Okay, française means she is a French national. I am an Indian. She is a French nationality. Elle est femme au foyer. What do you mean by femme au foyer? Femme au foyer. Any idea? Okay, she is a housewoman. She stays in a house and she takes care of that particular house. Elle est blonde. Elle est blonde refers to the color. Okay, she looks brown in color. Okay, dusky skin color. Okay. So this is how it will proceed. Next person, the third person will be the father. Fourth person will be the mother. And in case if he has a sibling, we will explain the sibling. After sibling comes the own person who talks about it. Okay. So you have an idea how to explain your family. Like this, you can explain about your friend. There is another topic that has to be covered, and that will I will give you as homework. That you can say he is my best friend. His name is this. His age is this, and he is tall, and he is intelligent, and he likes this color, and he likes to become a professional in this medicine. Like that, you can explain. Okay. So shall we get into the screening method, and shall I explain you the whole passage? Yeah. After explaining, you can take down this. The online test might be based on this, or if not, any other exercise which has been already discussed on lesson 2. Why? Because I'll try to give only questions based on this exercise, but in case if there is not choose the best answers possible in this exercise, already whichever taught for last 2 weeks, I will ask them that. Okay? Is it okay? Okay, fine. So I think you have understood, and you can just revise this. If you see it as a passage, it will be very difficult. But in case if you see it by people one by one, name, their age or their profession, and their character or their physique. So you can mention among that, and it will be easy for you. So sort it out one by one, and so totally 6 members. 2 are done, remaining 4 we will see in the screening method. Thank you.
Ok, let's continue with the présenter votre famille en 10 ou 15 lignes. So just we will do a small recap on first 3 lines again, and then we'll continue with the rest. So first they are explaining j'ai une grande famille, that is like they have a big family. Il y a 6 membres dans ma famille. So how many members? There are 6 members in their family. So mon grand-père s'appelle Kavi. So his grandfather is Kavi. Il est l'homme d'affaires. Il est homme d'affaires. That means he is a businessman. Il est grand et intelligent. Ma grand-mère s'appelle Merlin. So he is tall and intelligent. And his grandmother's name is Merlin. Elle est française. She is a French woman. Elle est femme au foyer. Elle est brun. So until this we saw, right? Yeah. So we have finished until this. Mon père s'appelle Manik. So now he is explaining about his father. Mon père s'appelle Manik. Il est médecin. So the profession of his father is he is a doctor. Il a 40 ans. Il a 40 ans. That is, he is 40 years old. Il est beau. So when you explain about someone, the first thing is their name, their profession, their age, and their physical descriptions. So then he comes to the next person. Ma mère s'appelle Nimisha. Elle est institutrice. Okay? Elle est institutrice. Ma sœur Parnika est très mignon. Elle aime jouer avec ses poupées. So, about his mother, ma mère s'appelle Nimisha. So, the name of the mother. Elle est institutrice. So, her profession is she is a teacher. Ma sœur Parnika est très mignon. So, just a single line with about her sister. About his sister. That is, the name is Parnika, and elle est très mignon means she is very naughty. Elle aime jouer avec ses poupées. So she likes to play with her dolls. Okay. So now I am just going to do a recap based on grammar. Okay. So the first thing what they say is j'ai une grande famille. That is a general statement. Il y a 6 membres dans ma famille. Here they are telling a impersonal sentence. Il y a is used. Il y a is used when we have to say there is or there are. So, il y a 6 membres dans ma famille. Mon grand-père s'appelle Kavi. So, s'appeler verb should be used whenever you introduce someone. You can say like that. And to tell the profession, what verb is used? Il est homme d'affaires. Okay? Il est homme d'affaires. That means he is a businessman. And il est grand et intelligent. So again adverb is used to tell the physical characters of that particular person. So to keep in mind, first thing is impersonal sentence, use Ilya. To point out their name, use appellate verb. And to tell the profession, nationality and adjective, that is tall, short, intelligent, smart, use adverb. So if you remember these four things, that is point number 1 impersonal, point number 2 sapele, point number 3 nationality, profession and adjective, whatever it is, adverb should be used. So other than that, you can make the sentence on your own and you can use it. So basically in French, writing in para is very less, but it is must to write in para, because as you go for 9th or 10th, there will be para writing, and that time you will feel difficult. So the difficulty starts from here itself. So when you correct it in 8th standard, you will be able to write a para. So that is what you should know. Impersonal when to use, sapele verb when to use, and adverb when it should be used. If you are having a clear idea about these things, you will be able to solve it. So with this, we are completing this Décrivez votre famille. Now you can pause the video and you can take down this as your notes. In case if you want, you can just replace the name and replace the profession, and you can write your family member's profession, and you can use this for this is just an example. So based on this, you can change and you can modify and you can write your family members profession, how do they look, and what is their color, and are they Indian or French. Those things you can use. See, in here example of nationality is given and adverb is used. So please don't forget, if you use al, e should be added, and if you use il should be e should not be added. So hope this will be a good example for you for writing in a para. So last class I gave you some homework. So based on that homework, I have some examples. I would like to show it to you. So in case if you have not done that homework, please take down this example, and based on this example, you can start writing the homework on your own. Okay, let me show you that. So now for the moment, pause the video and take this as an example, and you can write it on your own later. Okay, this is the first homework I gave you, that is Décrivez votre meilleur ami. So I'll just give an example based on this so that you will be able to write it on your own. So as I was telling, appellate verb to mention their name. See, this one I forgot. So always use our verb to mention their age. So our verb to mention their age, and habiter verb to explain where they are, and again as I said, adverb is used to mention their nationality, profession. See, nationality is top and profession is mentioned here in down, and adjectives also to be used with adverb. And there is a verb for verb plus infinitive, which I have already taught here. There is last week we saw, so I have an example on this here. So let us discuss on this and you will have a clear idea. Okay, so I'll repeat. Décrivez votre meilleur ami. So don't write, I will give you time to write, just listen. Mon ami s'appelle Jeanne. So it's a girl, so that's why mon ami. So normally ami is feminine, ami here is feminine, it should be ma, but in vowel there is no other word for vowel, mo, ma, me. In case if it is a vowel, mo should be used, so that's why we are using mo. Mon ami s'appelle Jeanne. Elle a 11 ans. She has 11 years. Elle habite à Paris en France. She lives in Paris in France. Elle est française. She is a French woman. Elle est petite et intelligente. She is small and intelligent. Here, small means short. Okay. Elle est étudiante. See, étudiante with E. Okay, since last class we saw météo féminin, we are seeing an example based on météo féminin. So everything is feminine here, see. Elle est étudiante. Elle aime étudier l'anglais. She likes to study English. Elle parle français et anglais. So the skill which she knows on other languages, French and anglais. That is English. Elle joue au foot. She likes to play football. Elle aime jouer des gâteaux. She likes to eat cakes. So there are two verbs, two sentences with verb plus infinitive. So this is the verb 1, verb 2. Verb 1 is left out as verb 1 is conjugated and verb 2 is left out as it is. Another sentence here, elle aime manger. Here see, verb 1 is conjugated and verb 2 manger is left out as it is. Why? Because this is verb plus infinitive is used here. So that's what we saw in the last class. Okay. Mon ami s'appelle Jean. I repeat in French and then I will explain you once again. Mon ami s'appelle Jean. Elle a 11 ans. Elle habite à Paris en France. Elle est française. Elle est petite et intelligente. Elle est étudiante. Elle aime étudier l'anglais. Elle parle français et anglais. Elle joue au foot. Elle aime manger des gâteaux. So this is what I gave you as a homework, and this is an example. Now you can pause the video and you can take down this as an example in case if you have not completed. In case if you have already completed this exercise, well and good. You take this in your classwork, write it in pencil. Wherever you have space, write it in pencil so that in case if you have any spelling mistake, you can cross check, or any grammar you can cross check, and details which you have missed. Either you would have missed the nationality or profession. Any one sentence if you have missed, just take this as an example and you can complete it. Now let's see the another homework which I gave you. So now you can take down this and let's see the next one. Pause the video, take down, and then you can proceed. So this is the next exercise, that is exercise number 13 from the new book. So I'll just tell you one by one. Je m'appelle, so the name which is given is here is taken as the example is Nathalie. Âge is 16 ans, so that is 16. We have to mention in numbers. Adresse 31 Rue Cabot à Paris. So this you can replace as whatever street you live. You can put the number and Rue and name of the street. À Pondichéry you can write. Okay. Nationalité, je suis française. That is given as an example. You can write je suis indien without any. That means you are a Indian. That mentions that you are a male. Description physique, je suis grande. So physical descriptions, je suis grande. That is, you can say I'm tall, short. So in case if you write grande, you should not write with E, because here it's a feminine example. Nathalie, she is a feminine. So that's why we are given E here. In case if you are writing your name, don't write E. That will become wrong. J'ai les cheveux riches. So what kind of hair she has, that is given here. You can write. If you have any other confusion regarding the vocabularies, you can put les cheveux in Google image and you can see the variety of hairs, and you can check what kind of hair you have and you can write it. J'ai les yeux noirs. So the eyes, what she has is black, so that's why she has written. In case if you have brown, you can write brun. Okay. So point number 6, personnalité. Je suis amusante. She is amusant. So she is pleasant and she enjoys herself a lot. That's what she says. And je suis amusant. In case if you want to repeat the same, please write without E. Don't write this E. Okay, E. If you add E, that means feminine. Marcolor preferé say rose. So you can write whatever color which you like. Instead of rose, you can write whatever color you like. Bleu, blanc, rouge, any color which you like. Mon émission de télé préférée c'est Tom and Jerry. You can write the favorite program of yours. Okay. Mon actrice préférée c'est Isabelle Adjani. So that's an actor she mentioned. You can write your own actor. Ma chanteuse préférée c'est Jacques Brel. So you can write your favorite singers. Mon plat préféré c'est sont des escargots. So you can write whatever food or whatever dishes you like. Okay, so this is just an example for you. Now you can pause the video and you can take down. Or you can, if you have finished, just cross check if something went wrong, just correct that alone. So we are done with the previous portions. So whatever which is left out is just one exercise. Let us discuss on that now. So the last one exercise which is left out in lesson number 2 is exercise number 17. So this will be coming for your online test today because Décrivez votre famille could not be given as a multiple choice question. So I am giving you true or false. I will give either A or B and you have to choose from it. So please listen carefully. So let's start. Il ne faut pas respecter nos professeurs. So il ne faut pas respecter. That means it's not necessary to respect our teachers. Is it true or false? What is your point? In case it is true, you should say vrai. And in case it is false, you should say faux. Okay, so it is faux. So the first one answer is faux. So now itself you take a pencil and you take down. So that will be easy for you. So first one's answer is faux. Just write F. You can fill it later. Il faut tendre la main à mes amis. So can I put my hand over my friends or not? Yeah, he is your friend. So you can put your hand on him. He will not do anything. That means you have a good rapport among yourself, right? So what is the answer? Vrai. L'éducation est très important. L'éducation est très important. Is it important or not? Yes, it's important. Yes. So vrai. Nous aimons nos parents. Do you like your parents? Yes. So vrai. Je déteste les devoirs. I hate my homeworks. Is it so? Do you hate the French homework or do you like it? In case if you hate, you can write vrai, or in case if it is faux, you can write faux. So what I believe is faux. So faux. Okay. So I think we are done with this. So for online test, I will ask from this dit vrai ou faux and the lesson based vrai ou faux. That is, I'll show you so that you will not have any confusion. Yeah, this 4 also I will ask in online test because there is nothing else to ask. Already we have completed everything. So what is left out, I am going to ask from that. Okay. This one you already know. Aniche Francais, that you have already in your classwork. So please revise this. And the last exercise number 17. So with this we are completing lesson number 2. So upcoming week we will see lesson number 3. So hope you guys enjoyed this. So with this we are completing. So complete your classwork and that will be your weekend assignment. And get ready for lesson 3. So before going to lesson 3, we have to finish till exercise number 17. Apart from this, whatever which I have left out, exercise number 14, 15, please ignore it. No need to write that on your classwork because this is picture based exercise that cannot be pasted. So leave it as it is. And other things you can complete, and please keep your classwork ready. That is first part, lesson part, and the backside part is grammar part. So already from last year you do the same. So I think there will not be any confusion on it. So thank you. Have a nice day, and please revise this for your online test. Thank you.